21 dead. The 229 Albany, Georgia's in the building. How y'all doing? Y'all come on in. Come on in. This is May 25th, 2022. The day after a Texas school shooter killed 21 people. How y'all doing? And welcome. I'm Willie. We appreciate y'all for joining me. This is the Midday News. Y'all come on in, hit the like button as you come on in. Say I already hit the like button on the way in. That's what's up. Say the Bronx, New York is in there, bitch. Say what poppin' pastor. Let's get these 30 minutes of fight at what we finna do. Detroit, the 313 is here for that fight. Appreciate that right there. The 954 is back in the building. Say Willie, say we live. Yes, we is. Yes, we are. Shout out to Prophet Made for the $3 Cash App. Say ready for another good sermon. Preach, Pastor Unk. I'm finna try to do the best as I can what I got. I'm gonna have to be a little sensitive. Pensacola, Florida is in the building. How you doing? Say good morning. Ken folks say peace and blessings to everybody. They say the 214 for that 5. Appreciate that. You say, Willie, here we go again. Another school shooting. Shaking my head. It's such a bad thing. Say, Willie, I adore you. You so fine. Kisses. That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate. I be trying to be cute out here in the street. You know what I'm saying? He said, let's get it. The ATL College Park checking in. Willie say, shout out to Alpha King K all the way from Baltimore, Maryland. Say, I hit that button on the way in. It's free. Vegas is checking in. Appreciate that right there. Say, South Side checking in. Pimp, what it do? Say, much love. Willie going on to get the bag. Shout out the Soul Flow Bree for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate that. Say, boss man hiding from the crew. He said to get that midday 5 at Duval in the building. He said the 847 Evanston, Chicago adjacent in there. Big word. I hear the scream. That's what's up. Say, ain't it funny that these shootings are happening more often again with another Democrat in office? Oh, say they know how you is checking in. Pastor say, damn, 21. Yeah. That's what they say. That's what they say. The 727 Clearwater, Florida is in the building. You say, Willie, they going crazy out here. You say, man, at this point, say they can have my AR, but I need my pistol. Listen, because you know that's where they're going with. It's the rifles. It's the long guns. Do y'all know that they still have not confirmed whether he even used the long gun? But anyway, I'm just pointing stuff out. Say, hey, say Youngstown, Ohio is in the building. Say happy to be here. You say, nah, give us that 5. I'm fin to. Because you was strong about that right there. You know what I'm saying? Say 22 Casa County, Alabama in the house. Pastor Will, I appreciate y'all for joining me. Man. Oh, man, this is all that is being talked about out here, and I guess that we got to do a show and go ahead on and talk about it, too, because we the media out here in these streets, okay, folk ain't even much know, you know what I'm saying, because we would typically can't, well, we're not going to be politically correct at all, because that ain't what we do. We is going to have like a little similarity. Big word. I hear him out there in the street, a similarity, but we're not just going to go all the way down with what the masses is going to say, because we had permission to speak freely. I hear in these streets, hell, I need help on continuously speaking freely out in the community, because you never know, and we do have to be careful. Other people, this is one of those things to where freedom of speech, it may be shut down according to how you respond to an incident like this. According to if you tell your truth. According to if you tell how you feel. Or if you don't feel. You can be canceled for the way that you may respond to an incident. If you seem insensitive, that will be a problem out here with these platforms. I just want y'all to know that it'll be a problem, even though you may not feel nothing. But you can't say it out loud, especially if you're on a platform. They may shut you down. Say no freedom of speech. See, we got this. We is under the assumption that it is freedom of speech, but then we forget that it's freedom of consequences too. What you say can get you in some hot water in the community because everybody will not agree with you. They would not understand that we don't all think the same. Say, hey, Willie, the 801, Salt Lake City, Utah, back in the mother for 30 minutes of 5, watch 23, and your 9. That's what's up. Say, Willie, you tell it like it is. That's all I know how to listen. I'm over 40. I'm half dead out here. It don't make no sense to keep lying. You know what I'm saying? I do understand, like, your teens and your 20s and some of your 30s. You know what I'm saying? Lie to get where you got to get and get the things that you really need out here in the community. The 334, the gun monkey town is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Do what you have to do. But damn it, when you done made it over the hump, like this Wednesday, right here is hump day. Once you done make it over the hump, over 40 and fine out here, and I'm trying to taste something. I do a pose and stand all bow-legged and you know what I'm saying? Shit, all right. I'm just saying, but Tampa, Florida is in the house. Louisiana's in the building. What it do? The 641 is by way of the 202 is here for the good news. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being right here. But listen, because you will speak honestly, you can be canceled. Because believe you me, everybody don't care about this situation. And I just want to first and foremost say, shout out to my Latino communities. Shout out to my Latino communities out there, because this is what is transpired in Uvalde, Texas. Uvalde, Texas, it done hit the fan out there and they got that screen. You know what I'm saying? Children died. Which they will focus more on the children dying than all the humans dying. I promise you that right there, because they're already doing it, actually. Shout out to Mario for the $5 super chat. Say, Willie, if they don't hit the like button, say end the show right now. Listen, boy, y'all got to get these likes up. Come on. Y'all, hold on. Shout out to Todd for the $5 cash out. Say for the collection plate, Pastor. I appreciate that right there. Let me go ahead on and just breathe for a moment. Here you go. How y'all doing? And welcome out in Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Subscribe. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. Subscribe to the website. If you would like to support a player around here, you can get some for you and them little ugly babies by clicking the Get link on the website. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, please go around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link's down there in the description. I need you liking, sharing, telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 in every show so we can do something to the algorithm. Listen, we got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $sign, top and bottom. Willie Williams Show, that is the cash out. And if you just so happen to hit that super chat, please don't go over $5 because the player don't know if he getting it or not. They say I get 30. They say that they get 70. God damn it, I think they getting a whole 100. Remember, the midday news show, if you can't watch it with your eyes and you can't use your peripherals and see a player big word I hear in the goddamn screen, we do got a thing called a podcast on Anchor and Spotify, the Willie Williams Show. Please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. I appreciate that right there. Now that we done got that down the way, hell, I guess we might as well move on with the show. What do you think? They say the violent act. They call it a violent act because it is a violent act. The violent act shook a nation, still reeling from a mass shooting just 10 days ago. Did y'all know we had a mass shooting 10 days ago? Hell, did I do a show on that? Did I speak on it or did I just let it slide? You know what I'm saying? Because I've talked about other shootings and stuff like that, but maybe I missed it because I don't even remember it. And that's really what's going to happen with the majority of Americans. We may just remember the number. Oh, 21 dead. That's all we going to remember. You know what I'm saying? I'm pointing something out. This is why I often say we don't care, we play too much. I don't pretend to care because the majority of people, they really don't care about certain situations because it's not immediate. It's not happening to them. It's not in their neighborhood. And all we're going to do is say, oh my God, we got to pray for them. They dead. Ain't y'all tired of hearing, we need to pray? Y'all ain't tired of that right now? Ask the families, are they tired of that? Shout out to Jay for the $3 cash out. Say, get them likes up. Say, over 100. We need that right there, y'all. I need your help out here in the community. You know what I'm saying? Say, the siege down in Texas, say, ended when law enforcement killed an 18-year-old gunman, officials say, and parents waited late until Tuesday night. They waited until night at the Civic Center to learn whether their children had survived. Some having given DNA to help authorities identify victims. Should I say that little last piece again? Because for some reason, we just watch things go on and we just listen to people say stuff and we just go on with our day and we don't never stop and say, wait. What they said? Shout out to Mario for the $2 super chat. He say y'all heard what Willie said and y'all definitely here's a problem. Get these numbers up. Come on, y'all work with the player. We finna ride now. Don't even worry. We finna talk about something. I like that. He said it ran DNA that quick. I want y'all to understand something else. See. You caught it. A lot of y'all caught it. You know what I'm saying? But listen. Parents waited later till the evening on Tuesday night at a civic center to learn whether their children had survived. Why? What? So you mean to tell me that they took the children? They took the children. Oh, no. I was finna say something and I was finna be dead wrong. It's a good thing that I corrected myself real quick. Saying parents waited late until Tuesday evening at the Civic Center to learn whether their children had survived. That's a problem. That in my mind is a problem because this happened in the morning. I think what 11:30, 12-ish when it first popped off or something like that right there. I gotta wait till night to find out if my child is alive. What type of game is y'all playing? And then you gotta ask yourself, have they done this in any other shooting? I don't know. Somebody put me up on game. Have they ever asked for DNA in a school shooting? In my mind, the reason to ask for DNA is if, let's say, your face is mangled or something. You're unrecognizable. Or you were set on fire to where you're unrecognizable. But at that time, you're unrecognizable. When did they start needing DNA? Can somebody tell me? When did this happen? We should be almost over 250 right now. Hell, we should be over 250 with these thumbs up. Can somebody explain to me when the DNA have to get involved for me to tell you, yeah, that's me right there? Hey, watch this. I got something that's better than DNA. I got something that's better than DNA. Show the parents the faces of the children. If you have your child, we ain't even much talking to you. Like if you've already collected your child, you know it's not you. Okay. If you have not collected your child, then y'all should be the ones walking and looking at the children. We can use kids' clothing, but what I'm finna point out, show the parents the children. Whoever start falling out and breaking down all that shit, that's their baby. Because now you're going to take my DNA. Yeah. The DNA shit is strange to me. So now you gonna take my DNA and put it in your system to compare it to all of these children, to 19 children, to see which one mine. We can eliminate some shit early. Damn it, we can damn near get it down to my child without a DNA. I can go look at these children and tell you which one mine. I promise you. If they're not burnt up and all that stuff right there, then yeah. Say, man, protect your wife and your kids. That's what a man's supposed to do. Absolutely correct.
The first emergency calls coming Tuesday morning, and they were horrific. An active shooter at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. Just
Uvalde is how you pronounce it. I appreciate that.
West of San Antonio.
The gunman made entry into the school and complete disregard for human life. Just an evil person started shooting kids, anybody that was in his way, teachers, had no regard for human life.
Authorities say 21 people killed, including 19 young students, little boys.
It's surprising that the parents would have even allowed these pictures to go up. But then I guess I can kind of understand that you want your child shown sometimes, I guess, to let people know that this is really happening or something. I'm going to be quiet.
Girls, along with 2 of their teachers, more than a dozen.
It said, how many boys? Let's listen.
No regard for human life.
Authorities say 21 people killed,
Yep.
including 19 young students, little boys and girls, along with 2 of their teachers, more than a dozen.
He said 19 students. Hold on, y'all. I got to take this call.
Others transported to nearby hospitals. Police say the gunman, 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, unleashed his attack wearing some type of body armor and carrying a long gun. The first responding officers, including Border Patrol agents, were unable to stop him. Officials say they put themselves between the kids and the shooter to draw his fire away from them. 2 of the officers struck and injured by the gunman's bullets. When SWAT teams arrived at the school, a second firefight ensued. The suspect ultimately killed.
At this point, the investigation is leading to tell us that the suspect did act alone.
He said, Willie, answer your phone. I was calling you, player. It was an emergency. I had to grab that.
During this heinous crime.
Authorities say shortly before the attack, Ramos shot his grandmother at her home.
What did she do? He shot his grandmama, so in my mind, he lived with his grandma. Say, we know why, because of the community, say Mexicans, say trying to verify citizenship. I said the same thing. Why DNA? That's a great point right there. Trying to make sure that everybody is a American citizen. You got a great point. You answered it. Hey, you possibly answered it. I like that.
She's now in critical condition. He then traveled to Robb Elementary, wrecking his truck in a nearby ditch. Minutes later, authorities say Ramos entered the school, unleashing his rampage on helpless victims.
So you mean to tell me that there's no security at the schools? Oh, my bad. The majority of schools, they don't have security because they always throw out that we can't fund the security guards. Like, we can't fund the schools. We got some paper, but we can't, you know what I'm saying, hire security. And then we don't want to hire armed security because of, I don't know, it may make the kids feel some kind of way or something. Say, shout out to Doctor on site. Cut face, thick thigh, small waist, April for the $5 super chat. Say, I always speak, you never speak. Bike. Say, I'm 50, fine, fast, and ooh, Jesus, and Fort Lauderdale. I think that Fort Lickerdale 954 is in the building. I appreciate it for being here. I like that right there. Go ahead. So we have a 6-year-old female. We got a 6-year-old female with a gunshot wound to the right side of her face. and jaw.
Law enforcement came in. They locked down the school really quickly, and they started evacuating children out through breaking windows and pulling children out.
Bobby Studer's wife, Terry, is a math teacher, just days away from retiring, and was inside when the deadly shots rang out.
Damn. To get knocked off before, like right before, this your year to retire and enjoy the rest of your life? Wow, that's deep. Say for what? Shout out to for what? For the $2 super chat. Say people are saying the dad was there as well shooting. No, there's so far no evidence with all of the articles that I've read and all of the videos that I've watched, but hell, possibly. Shout out to Mario for the $5 super chat. Say, I know some of y'all wasn't born with hands. Then use your feet and hit the like button. I'm trying to tell you, we need to be over 350. Come on, y'all work with me.
Just taking her some flowers. And the minute I got in my pickup, I heard a couple of shots.
Terry escaped uninjured, but her colleague, Eva Morales, a fourth grade teacher and educator for 17 years, was killed. The school's campus now a massive crime scene as investigators try to piece together what's now the deadliest school shooting in Texas history.
My heart was broken today. We're a small community.
That was a hurt speech because his sound dropped that. You could feel him. We don't want these type of things to happen. I don't think that no parent drop their churn off and feel like my child may not make it. I don't think that that's the thought that they want to have on the daily.
School shooting in Texas history.
My heart was broken today. We're a small community.
Creep. The fuck?
And we'll need your prayers to get us through this.
Texas Governor Greg
We'll need your prayers to get us through this. Y'all still on that?
Abbott calling the tragedy a senseless crime. In just 2 days, he was scheduled to join Senator Ted Cruz and former President Donald Trump at the National Rifle Association's annual conference in Houston. Overnight, President Biden expressing his frustration with the NRA.
When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done.
What's that?
This morning, families and a community dealing with the unthinkable. Their children and loved ones are gone. And this may be the most painful image. Instead of school buses driving away, a fleet of hearses. Another school that...
Do y'all understand that the funeral communities, the funeral home communities is transporting children because there was not enough ambulance to go pick up the children. There's volunteering, and they're also volunteering funerals. They paying for funerals out here in these streets.
In America, ending in tragedy.
As we mentioned, a lot of people are still injured. This community has asked for blood donations. They've also asked for prayers, but so many across the country say they are sick and tired of just prayers. They need real change. Sandy Hook, Parkland, and now Uvalde, just to name a few. When will it all stop? You don't have to be a parent to really feel the magnitude of this moment right here, you know? But as a parent, I can tell you these second, third, and fourth graders, they were in that sweet spot of youth, right? That age where all they do is radiate joy. And today, this morning, I'm thinking about those parents who have been robbed of so much. Oh, there is no takeaway from this. This is just awful.
Agree, 100% agree with you. Tom Yamas, thank you.
I think I missed what I wanted to hear from him.
And a fleet of hearses.
I got to catch it.
Another school day in America, ending in tragedy.
As we mentioned, a lot of people are still injured. This community has asked for blood donations. They've also asked for prayers, but so many across the country say they are sick and tired of just prayers.
Thank you. Sick of that shit. You can't keep telling us at every school we gonna pray for you as if shit gonna get better and or as if that will stop another school shooting. And I get you got your beliefs. That listen, after every school shooter, we praying to God. Watch this. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it slow. After every, and it's always after every school shooting, we praying. What is we praying for? Are we praying wrong? Are we not praying right? Are we talking to the right God? Are we talking to the wrong God? Is God not answering the phone? Is not answering the answer machine? What? I am confused. Breaking news real quick, but there is no video. I have been trying to find the video. Quick. Breaking news. Clearbrook High School students in custody after reports of a gun bought on campus. This happening right now. They had Clearbrook High School was shut down. It was on lockdown about a gun. Just happening right now. Bam. It is what it is.
Need real change. Sandy Hook, Parkland, and now Uvalde, just to name a few. When will it all stop? You don't have to be a parent to really feel the magnitude of this moment right here, you know? But as a parent, I can tell you these second, third, and fourth graders, they were in that sweet spot of youth, right? That age where all they do is radiate joy. And today...
I don't know about what you just said right there, Pep, because you must ain't got no churn. Shout out to Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones. To a few. Mrs. Jones to a few. I like that name. For the $5 super chat, say Willie, words watch decompose. Say not in the shooting, just in the prayers and their effectiveness. Say I need my blood. You don't want my prayers. Hey, listen. People tired, but they did get like a whole bunch of blood out there too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the community.
This morning, I'm thinking about those parents who have been robbed of so much. Hoda, there is no takeaway from this. This is just awful.
It is. It is awful for people to lose their lives. For some reason, we put children above adults, which a lot of people say, well, Willie, they cannot defend themselves. Let me explain something to you. Adults can't defend themselves either if they ain't got no fight to fight back. Shout out to Lundy for the $1 cash app. Say Willie doing side work. Say hit the like, people. I appreciate y'all. I'm working around here.
I agree with you. Tommy Thomas, thank you. Thank you.
Got to be more careful.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel.
Damn, I forgot his name, but yeah. Moving right along over to the next video. Listen, what would you do? What do you think need to happen? Because in my mind, I think the teachers now, like F it, just let them have guns. But then again, you know, we be talking about a mental health thing, and there's a lot of teachers who is underpaid. A lot of teachers is very stressed out. So would we let or should we have teachers with firearms? Say he had an unloaded gun. Yeah, that's what it say. Because people is gonna make that argument. Well, if we give the teachers the guns and the teachers have mental problems or they snap or they done lost their job or some things can go wrong, which is understood. But can't that happen to anybody that owns a gun? Can't that also happen with law enforcement who is trained to have a gun? Because remember, they're going to use the mental health debate. That's what they're going to start using now when we're talking about should the teachers be armed. And in my mind, bring it. Damn it, bring it to school. Because I don't think people really understand. Police officers can't get there fast enough. Shout out to Lundy for the $1 cash out. Say so that he can focus on us. I'm trying to tell you out here. Listen. Damn, boy, we can't even get over 300. But, excuse me. Let's go ahead on and get into this one right here because this This one's just a little bit lengthy, you know. And shout out to everybody who is new around here. Subscribe. And a lot of y'all really don't know what's going on. We are talking about the deadly shooting. They say the deadly shooting in Texas, a Texas school, Robb Elementary, an 18-year-old who just had an argument with his grandma, done shot her, ran on up to the school to shoot school up. I wonder, what did the grandma do? Is it the grandma's fault that he ran up to the school? I wonder if they gonna ask that question. Is it the grandma's fault that he ran up to the school? Did the grandmama not want him no more? Y'all know what we mean around here. Grandma ain't want him no more. If she were done with him.
America is reeling from the painful reality of another mass shooting.
This latest massacre at an elementary school in a small Texas town. Here is the latest at 10. Texas officials report 19 children and at least 2 adults killed. The 18-year-old gunman, a high school student, fatally wounded by police. Authorities say he carried 2 firearms, including a rifle, and wore body armor.
You're gonna keep hearing about a rifle, a long gun, an AR-15. You're going to continue to hear that. But then they're going to have to say, we don't know if he used it. We don't know if he shot anyone with the gun, because y'all do know that they will continue to try to make the assault rifle, which they must not know the definition, but the assault rifle argument of why we don't need to possess assault rifles. When truth be told, the majority of school shootings happen with pistols, handguns. Yeah.
President Biden addressing the nation late today, saying it's time to act to stop gun violence.
Okay. And here is a look at where it happened. Rob.
What does that mean? We need to act to stop gun violence. Hold up. Is that what the president said? My president, your president, our president say we need to act, stop gun violence. Well, you've been in politics 48, 49 years now, right? You was in the White House previously before you got in the White House again. No, we still ain't figured it out. We still don't know how stop the gun violence. We have no idea, huh? Shout out to Mario for the $5 super chat. Say, I bet if Willie offered y'all a free meal after the show, I bet they'd like to be over 500. I'm trying to tell you something. You know people hungry.
Elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, a city of 16,000, about 85 miles west of San Antonio, mostly middle class and predominantly Hispanic.
Predominantly Hispanic. Shout out to my Hispanic brothers and sisters out in the community. Sad for what y'all going through. Just hold strong. Only time gonna make it better. And it may not ever get better. I ain't gonna pray for you. I don't believe it should work, because there ain't nothing that can bring your child back. So, people say, well, let's pray that they make it through this. Typically, with or without prayer, people make it through it because time. Like I say, time heals all wounds or something like that right there. Shout out to Prophet May for the $2 super chat. Say, pray to God. Pray to the God of guns. Say his phone is off. I'm trying to tell you.
We have live team coverage on the shooting, the gunman, and reaction from the White House to here in Southern California.
We begin with Mary Beth McDade live in studio with what we're learning about this tragedy. MB?
Sheriff, authorities say it was a lone gunman that carried out the deadliest school shooting in Texas history. According to the Texas Department of Public Safety, as soon as he entered that school, he started shooting at children, teachers, whoever was in his way.
Shout out to London for the $2 super chat. Say 16 when they had school shootings in NOLA with AK-47. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? They still ain't figured out how we need to stop the shootings. Say, Willie, the problem is you can't make people care about other people. It's either I, you, or not. There you go. Say time heals all wounds. Say that's biblical. Now you're really preaching, Willie. I'm trying to tell you, but watch this. It didn't even have to be in the book. All we have to do is live. See, a lot of things we hear comes from certain places, and we'll be like, oh my God, that was beautiful what somebody said. No, you just got to keep living. Keep living and watch the people who done lost people. You keep living and pay attention to yourself after you done lost somebody. Remember when you first lost that person? You were boo-hoo crying sad in the mud. You know what I'm saying? A few days, a few weeks, some shit. You bounce back by after a month. Life goes on. That means time healed your wound, not a prayer. Say time don't heal all wounds. Say it gives them time to fester. Well, yeah. But you're not as hurt as the same day it happened. That's what time do. You not as broke down, you can't cope and all that shit like you was on the first day. A month or two past that day. Time just makes it better.
The Associated Press is reporting that it was a Border Patrol agent who was nearby that rushed in without backup and killed the gunman.
So now he's going to be perceived as a hero. I don't know if we can, because damn it, that hero word, and it'd be like, but you feel like the application, like, how does that make people a hero for doing their goddamn job? I don't understand. What's so heroic about it? A Border Patrol agent was in the area. Shit pop off. He run on up in there. He could have been a regular law enforcement. The regular law enforcement officer would have went in there too, or at least pulled up. You know what I'm saying? And called somebody else or something. How does that make people a hero? And you sign up for if shit pop off, you with that there. I don't understand, but this is what people be saying.
Video has surfaced allegedly showing suspected gunman, 18-year-old.
She say allegedly showing him.
Killed the gunman.
That means it's not verified.
Video has surfaced allegedly showing suspected gunman, 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, entering Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas. Police say armed with a rifle and handgun and wearing body armor. Authorities say after entering the school, which was filled with some 600 second, third, and fourth graders, he unleashed a bloody massacre around 11:30 a.m., killing at least 19 students and 2 teachers and injuring numerous others.
Again, my heart was broken today. We're a small community.
He hurt for real.
And we'll need your prayers to get us through this.
Authorities say he got into some domestic incident with his grandmother earlier in the day at their home and shot her. The Uvalde high school student then allegedly fled the scene and crashed his truck near the elementary school. A witness describes what he saw.
Seen him jump the fence right here. He jumped the fence, and he had a backpack, and he had a rifle.
There was a massive response of law enforcement that flocked to the school. They got into a gun battle with the suspect before killing him.
He dead.
Let me assure you, the intruder is deceased, and we are not actively looking for another individual or any other suspects in this case.
Why did he just use the words, let me assure you, that the shooter is deceased? Why do you have to assure us when y'all said that he was deceased? Because that... I am believing or thinking that when you saying, let me assure you, is like people have been contesting it or something. People saying, shit, show us. Show us he dead. You know what I'm saying? No. I assure you he dead. Like you telling us, not just telling us like you did in the beginning. In the beginning, you just said he dead. Now you have to tell us. That's what's up.
Meantime, worried parents rushed to the scene, searching for answers, trying to find out if their child was dead or alive.
I don't understand though why it was so hard and took so long for them to find out who the children was. It's not like the school blew up. Like y'all still have like an office. Y'all have an office with all your files and stuff. Y'all have all the files of what time of day it was and the teachers that they were supposed to be with. You have the school roster, the class roster and stuff like that. To where the teachers take roll to let you know who's in class or not. I'm pretty sure when it started to pop off, y'all had to do the calculations and find out who was alive. You see all of these little people, we need to take names down and this and stand with your teacher and stand over here so we can make a count of everybody. And why it takes so long to let people know yours didn't make it. And then people get mad when people be like, I'm going to take their word for it that it happened, but I think there's something else going on. You can't get mad when people think like that. When they be doing some slick shit out here, I am confused. It's happening in the daytime. I got to wait till night.
No, and nobody's telling me anything. Nobody's telling me anything. And one of the parents were saying that there's kids possibly held at the funeral home.
A Texas state.
So I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. So you mean to tell me, because I thought that the hearses picked the kids up later on in the evening to transport the kids like to the hospital or something like that right there so they can be with like the coroner and stuff. This in the daytime that they transported the kids. It wasn't that night. My bad, I'm slipping. So y'all just gonna put these kids inside some transport and send them off without even telling the parents? The last parents that's out there, obviously, well, not all, but obviously the majority of the parents that's out there are the parents who don't have their kids. I'm not understanding.
Senator says the suspect recently purchased 2 assault rifles on his 18th birthday. However,
if he recently purchased 2 assault rifles on his 18th birthday, how long has he had the handgun? Did he also buy the handgun on his birthday? See, one thing about certain news is they're not going to tell you everything. Did he buy also the handgun, or did he have the handgun before his birthday?
it's not clear if they were used in the mass shooting.
It wasn't even clear, but go ahead. You mean to tell me officers have not came out and said whether he shot an AR or an AK or a long gun? They have not came out and said he done shot a long gun. Let's just generalize it. Let's just call it a longer gun than a handgun. He ain't shot not damn one of them there. You mean to tell me the police ain't done said that there yet? When they are the professionals?
Investigators are looking at many things, including his social media accounts. There are pictures of guns and ammunition on what's believed to be his Instagram page, and a warning saying
the biggest op. Playboy, the biggest op out here in these goddamn street. Look. Salvador. Damn it. Well, he was about that life.
kids be scared. They're all.
He posted kids be scared on this shit. We ain't got an algorithm for that, huh? But I make a video or some shit like that right there that's factual or something, and shit get taken down and all of that. But you can write kids be scared. I'm the biggest op. We don't want to look into that. Nothing. But they listening to your goddamn phone calls. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand.
He sent a cryptic Instagram message to a random teenage girl in Los Angeles saying he wanted to share a little secret. Meantime, investigators have been combing through his gray Ford F-150 while hearses
they already said long guns 2 times. Yep.
are seen arriving at the school. Several news outlets are now reporting that Ramos's grandmother that he allegedly shot earlier in the day has now died.
Oh, she had done died. Damn, what she did. To the people out in Texas, to the news people, please go down to the facility, to the resort, and try to have an interview with him. Shout out Cola Bell. That's something that we need to start doing immediately. Interviewing them immediately.
Micah, Cheryl, send it back to you guys.
Mary Beth, thank you. The massacre unfolded as children and teachers were preparing to begin summer break this week, a time of happiness suddenly and viciously stolen. Tonight, as investigators gather evidence from across a large crime scene, we are learning about some of the victims.
KTLA's Sandra Mitchell has been tracking developments. She joins us live from the newsroom with more. Sandra?
Sharon, Micah, tonight there are reports that family members have been swabbed to do DNA matching with those who were killed. Now,
shout out to I Still Rock 80 Music for the $5 super chat saying, hey, Willie says hard to ID a partial or missing, I got to stroll up, a partial or missing face. Say we did hear dispatch say a little girl was shot in the jaw. Say hit that like button. Yeah. See. Now that's what I was saying. If there's any disfiguring and or a body is burnt up to where it's hard to identify, then I understand. Then I understand the DNA test and all that flash. I get that part. Unless we're saying that they was all shot in the face. I don't know what my child had on. Maybe I'd have bought my child some jewelry or something like that. Maybe I'd have bought my child the new J's or something. I can't go in there and point out that's me right there. Or you bring me a sheet. This child had, no. All you got to do is come to me and say, what did your child have on when your child left the house? And if I point out what my child left on, why the hell you need to be DNA swabbing people? But, like somebody said earlier, to see if they're American citizens.
keep in mind these victims are too young to have identification on them. So investigators have also been asking parents to describe what their children wore to school today.
So they also, because they're too young to have ID, they also ask the parents to describe what they have on. So the first thing, well, a part of verifying is we need the DNA and tell us what your child had on. Nobody see this as a problem except the people here who is going to feel some kind of way about me saying it anyway. Be like, you know what? That's a good question.
And now we're learning the stories of some of the victims.
Are you injured?
Outside the elementary school, the horror started to unfold. Parents embracing in agony, awaiting word on their children.
First and foremost, obviously, our priorities is to get information to our families.
As part of the investigation.
That's first and foremost, but y'all been talking to the news for the goddamn longest. Why is y'all doing all this news talking and ain't talking to the families and telling the families your child didn't make it? Why it took all night, well, into the night, to let parents know that their child is dead? That's a problem. But you said first and foremost.
Parents embracing in agony, awaiting word on their children.
First and foremost, obviously, our priorities is to get information to our families.
As part of the investigation, the bodies of the victims were still inside the building. One of the first to be identified, fourth grade teacher Eva Morales, the wife of a police officer, a mother, and a running enthusiast. She worked at the district for 17 years. Also confirmed dead, teacher Irma Garcia.
Oh, I got to stop it right there. How can DNA determine if someone is here legally or not? You just made me think. That's an excellent question. And all I can say is they can verify it due to them catching illegals and taking their DNA and or their blood and sending them back over to their country. That's the only way I think they can be able to verify if they are a citizen or not.
Married with 4 children. All of the other victims inside the school are believed to be fourth graders.
Which is strange to me, because why didn't they just take their ID? Why do you need my DNA? If the DNA is to see whether they are illegal, why didn't you just ask me for my ID? If I don't have like my green card and or a driver's license and or a regular ID, then you should be suspicious then. If I don't have the proper paperwork, why do we need a DNA?
10 and 11 years old, including 10-year-old Xavier Lopez, another teacher, one of the injured.
I thank God that she came out of surgery okay. I have not been able to, but I did speak to her brother, my cousin Hector, and he confirmed that she's okay and just recovering right now.
13 children were taken to Uvalde Memorial Hospital. 2 died on arrival. Some of the other victims had to be transported 80 miles away to the nearest trauma center in San Antonio.
I'm going to stop there. We don't care. We play too much. One thing that I just like to do is listen. I like to listen. Say we don't care about illegals. Say they want organs. Willie Rockefeller has had 6 heart transplants. I ain't gonna never die. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what's being said right here. Shout out to Mrs. Jones to a few. I really do like that name. For the $5 super chat. Say I would say collecting DNA is on an as needed basis. Say like when they commit crimes later. Hell, maybe they're just trying to get people DNA on file.
Confirmed that she's okay. And,
watch this.
Just recovering right now.
13 children were taken to Uvalde Memorial Hospital.
13 was taken to the hospital.
2 died on arrival. Some of the other victims had to be transported 80 miles away to the nearest trauma center in San Antonio.
Did y'all just hear that right there? Some had to be transported 80 miles to a trauma center. Y'all do know how long it takes to drive 80 miles, right? It's over an hour to drive 80 miles. Or it's right at an hour if you drive 80 miles an hour. To the trauma center. We're going to drive an hour to get to the trauma center? Or is the building just labeled the trauma center and they do some of everything else? Yep, no helicopter. We going to drive 80 miles in traffic. Shout out to Mario for the $2 super chat. Say he looks like the guy from Girls Gone Wild out here. You know that they done did a documentary on him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I appreciate that right there. Oh, man. Say child trafficking or organ harvesting. Big word out here in the street. Say you right. They treat illegals like third-class citizens. And they treat us like second-class citizens. Yeah, we ain't too much better. You know what I'm saying? Say, and you better have some medical insurance. Hell, they were probably asking the kids before they pass away, do you got insurance? Do you got insurance? Mm-hmm.
The shooting happened on the last week of school.
Last week of school. You've been forcing your children to finish out the school year. They've been like, mama, daddy. We don't want to go to school the last few days because they really don't do nothing in school. You taking yourself to school so you can have perfect on the roll and this and this, or just so you can go to your other parents and we don't have to deal with you.
Kids looking forward to summer break, and then in a matter of minutes, everything changed.
School will be closed. The school year's done.
It's a wrap. All that, okay, this happened on Tuesday. You can come at school on Thursday. We done. And I think Texas got, another 2 or 3 weeks or some shit like that right there. Shout out to Florida. This week and next week is the last 2 weeks of school, but it depends on the county, because like I think in Central Florida this is the last week, and then next week in places like Miami or something is like the week after, or it's in June or some shit like that. That's a long time though.
We'll have no school tomorrow or Thursday.
Done.
All activities are canceled
It's a
throughout
wrap.
the district.
We ain't doing nothing. Ain't nothing funny. We ain't trying to have no football games, none of that fly shit. Nothing going on dealing with students in schools.
And tonight there are still hearses lined up outside the school. A local funeral home has now offered services for all of the victims at no
One funeral home. At what?
cost.
At no cost. One or two reasons why a funeral home would do that. One, to get your name out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my name out here and they got your promotion. Marketing. And two, because you care about the situation. You care about the community. You care about what happened to the children, and you really feel heartbroken and all that stuff right there. And I kind of think that the state will pick up a little something and throw you a little something. I'm not even sure, but hey, a tax write-off. Yeah, come on now. Business is business. It is what it is.
Live in the newsroom, I'm Sandra Mitchell. Sharon Micah, back to you.
Sandra, thank you. President Biden delivers an emotional call for tighter gun control measures, telling the nation and Congress that we have to act. Lawmakers again urging for action to stop this senseless violence. One lawmaker taking to the Senate floor, begging for compromise. Reporter John Fenolio is live in the KTLA Center with that part of the story.
Begging
John?
for compromise.
Sure, President Biden was somber and angry at the same time. He called out the gun lobby and urged renewed attention to common sense gun legislation. Republicans are also weighing in, but their message couldn't be more different.
As the nation comes to terms with yet another mass shooting, this time at an elementary school in Texas, political leaders are offering starkly different but familiar responses.
When in God's name
That's what's up.
are we going to stand up to the gun lobby?
You is the goddamn president. Did he say when is we? I understand what he's saying, because shit gotta go through Congress. I get it, checks and balances. But you the president saying that when is we gonna stand up to it? Like it sounds funny, but I know what you mean. You know what I'm saying? You my president. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. My president, your president, I president. I'm with you though. But it just sounds funny when you say it fast. But go ahead.
President Biden delivering an emotional call for new gun restrictions.
Most Americans support common sense laws, common sense gun laws.
Everybody talking about the common sense gun laws. What do you propose? What kind? I am with the common sense stuff, as everybody need the background checks. I thought that everybody was getting the damn background check. My bad for slipping. I do know that as a minor, you can have a firearm when it comes down to hunting and stuff like that. I get it. I understand. I do know that you can go online and buy gun parts and all that fly shit right there. I do it too. I get it. But I can't get the bottom. If you don't know what a bottom is, you can't get that trigger part. That has to go through a authorized dealer, which your local gun shops, your local pawn shop, whoever has the dealer license, you can buy online, but you will have to get it shipped to them. You got to go around there. They check paperwork and all that shit. You check your license and all that stuff right there before you can go on and get it. But all the other gun parts, you can buy them. I know that. I didn't know that they wasn't doing no goddamn checks in some places. I am confused. Well, maybe those people need to be out of business. Shouldn't it really be easy? I don't understand. Shout out to Mrs. Jones to a few for the $2 super chat. Say common sense only work when both parties have it. I like that right there. You right about that.
The president reflecting on the loss of 26 lives, including 20 children who were gunned down at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut in 2012.
Do y'all know? Should I say it because it kind of what got Alex banned, Alex Jones. And shout out to Alex Jones out here in the goddamn street. I always felt some kind of way about the shootings and stuff like that. Well, maybe not with the Sandy Hook back in the days or something, but ever since we have gotten really, really good with technology, ever since we got real good with phones and stuff like that right there, because I often ask, after the school shootings and shit like that right there, if there's so many people dying, why we don't see the funerals though? I don't. I know you can say, well, hell, Willie, people is hurt. People don't want to be putting their business out here on the street. But as we do know what people do, people want their business out here in the streets. We gonna play like just because it's a funeral that people don't want to record them. How the hell you think you see all the other funerals? People recording them. But it just so happened when it comes down to school shootings, we never get to see this. We never get to see the damn funerals. People at the burial site, nothing. The hearses with the people, no, nothing. And you know, a lot of time we like to send folk home good out here in these streets. We ain't showing nothing on social media when we live on social media. Shout out to Prophet Made for the $2 cash shout. Say, is the war on drugs over? Laugh my ass off. Say, Biden full of ish out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, where is the Instagram pics? Where is when we done spent by $200-300 to get an outfit and shit? You know what I'm saying? To go to the funeral or something where we taking pictures and shit. We fly. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. What is we talking about? But I don't see no funerals. I think that's a problem. That's the same thing I said about C-19. What do you mean is 80,000 undied and 50,000 undied, 10,000 at one hospital and shit like that right there? Where the funerals? Oh, but then, no. Let's pack them in trailers and shit so they can't have funerals. Okay, but when y'all stop packing them inside the trailers and shit, and now y'all supposedly giving them back to the people, and it's still 20,000 dying today. Them motherfuckers say, and today there was 15,000 died. What the, whoa, where they at though? So if they died today, damn it, we're going to give you by a week and 2 days. We at least need to see some funerals now. The funeral homes need to be popping out here in these streets. I am not one of those, but I am a theorist. I don't even want to say the first word because they be tripping out here in the goddamn street. Shout out to I already said that right there. But yeah. Y'all ain't a lot of people, they just don't think. Because in this situation that you're watching, this one right here, this one that happened with 26,
the kind of frequency that happened.
I don't remember a funeral. I spoke on it then.
Why? Why are we willing to live with this carnage?
Because we don't care. We play too much out here in the goddamn street. Shout out to Lundy for the $1 cash shot. Say, Willie, no need to check if you know the store on them. That's a good point. That's a good point. Go ahead.
X's. What happened in Uvalde is a horrific tragedy that cannot be tolerated in the state of Texas.
Governor Greg Abbott.
We will keep saying what we don't tolerate. Have y'all ever noticed that we just be talking? I keep saying that we be talking. I don't condone that. What the fuck does that mean? Is don't condone mean I don't agree with the actions that somebody else had to do? Okay, you don't agree. So, okay, now what? You say a lot of people disappeared from C-19. I'm trying to tell you. Say, I bet they were harvesting organs before the bodies was cold.
Calling on Texans to come together while his attorney general.
Come together and do what? We just be talking.
Ken Paxton renewed calls to arm teachers while appearing on Fox News.
Every school district is going to have to decide that they want to protect their children, or we are going to continue to see this happen. And I'm not saying that we can stop every one of these.
Thank you. At least he's not saying we can stop every one of them because that would be a bald-faced lie, a bunch of malarkey.
but we cannot have law enforcement get there fast enough to prevent this many people from being deceased.
Ain't that what I just had to say? They can't get there fast enough. Hell, they can't get to you when you calling them at your own damn house.
Had we had armed people in the building, we might have prevented some of this. We might have prevented all of it.
But it maybe. See, there is a maybe. It could have or possibly could have. I think that means the same thing. But yeah. Things possibly could have went different. But a lot that maybe, because when people got the ups on you and your back turned, you're not watching 23, 6, and 9, that's a problem. But it's hard for you to defend yourself with somebody who have a firearm because they have a firearm and you ain't got no firearm. It's difficult.
It was Democratic Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut who delivered arguably the most impassioned comments from the Senate floor.
What are we doing? There have been more mass shootings than days in the year. This isn't inevitable.
He looks so serious too. Go ahead.
These kids weren't unlucky. This only happens in this country.
Where?
And nowhere else.
Lie, but go ahead.
Nowhere else do little kids go to school thinking that they might be shot that day.
Cap. That's what the young folks say. Cap. Say this is the only country where the kids go to school and well, in other countries, they don't go to school and think that they will be shot that day. How old you is? You don't know that the young boy walk around with the AKs? Militias and shit out here? Running up in schools? Molesting and taking people out of schools? Shooting the teachers? With that ain't happening like in other countries? You bullshitting. All right then, go ahead.
I'm here on this floor to beg.
Beg.
To literally get down on my hands and knees and beg my colleagues. Work with us to find a way to pass laws that make this less likely.
What did he say? The same thing that y'all been saying for months, the same thing that y'all been saying for years. And who is fighting against having everybody's background checked to get a firearm? Is that like against the Constitution? Well, hell, yeah. Technically it is. But because we have a system of everybody you should be able to defend yourself with the Second Amendment, or is it the First Amendment? It's one of them damn amendments that we're supposed to have or something like that. But since we do got a system of you need the background checks, why not just have the damn background checks all across the country? Who is arguing this point? But let me tell you what's transpiring. Let me tell you what be going on and all the pork that be in the bills. I'm so educated. Live! The Democrats will put up something against the gun lobby and the gun thing. They will try to change the rules with buying guns, right? Because they've been trying to get rid of the assault rifle and stuff like that right there. Or they may talk about, well, hell, we need everybody to have the background check. All right, cool. They put that in the bill. Watch this. The background checks and assault rifles. Let's just say they just put that day in, right? But then they will also, and this is just a hypothetical. This is just me making some shit up. I'm finna show y'all how these bills work. And then they may put, we want to do another $150 billion for subsidies. And then it goes to the Republicans, and the Republicans like, no. Then people would think the Republicans didn't want to change the gun laws, the gun thing that we put inside the bill. But in essence, those Republicans didn't want to give like more money to subsidies, like $150 billion at the time. A lot of people don't even know that that's how these bills work and what is called a lot of pork in. Listen, the bills is created not with just one thing in the bill. I have no idea why they add shit together, but I guess I kind of do. Because you're trying to give something and receive something. Oh, listen, if we're going to do this bill that you guys want, then we want this. And they'll put it all in the same damn bill. That's why shit don't get passed, and then they go on vacation for a month and a half of shit with nothing passed at the end of the year. Y'all understand the game that's being played out here? So it's not just, oh my God, the Republicans or whoever is against this bill. That's typically not how it's working. Because always more to that bill. Shout out to Daphnia, I think I pronounced it right. Delphania. I appreciate that right there for the $4.99 super chat. Say put police stations next to as many schools as possible. Listen, because of who pay the bills? Who pay the bills? Who pay the schools and the police? Homeowners, businesses, homeowners and business paying property taxes. Well, real estate holders, people who have that mortgage. People who pay property taxes pay for police and schools. Certain areas, people don't make a lot of money. So certain areas, those homes in the area, their property taxes tend to be lower. That's how the game goes. In the most expensive areas, the property tax is a lot higher, so those schools get more money, like the districts get more money. The schools, the police, the firefighter, the garbage companies get more money because they make more money, so they pay more money for the real estate. That's all. That's how it works. But ask yourself this. They make so many drug buses across the country in every state. So many millions of dollars they season. Right. Why did they don't put that to the municipalities? Wherever the dope is caught, wherever the dope is found, put it to the municipalities and or that county. And then it should be, put it towards the county, the districts, whatever. But it need to be spread it out over the fire department, the police department, the school board, which is kind of hard to really watch that money because y'all know we sneaky when ain't nobody looking. You know what I'm saying? But hey, rightfully so when you're sitting around $10 million. We're going to turn in about 4. We going to turn in about 4. The whole 10 ain't going now. Hey, shit. It is what it is. Say law enforcement get to keep all the money out here. You know what I'm saying? But then they tell us that they burning the dope and they burning the money. You bullshit. That's what y'all gonna tell. That's how you gonna. Damn it, that's how you gonna talk to me? Okay, cool.
Republican Senator Jim Einhoff of Indiana responding to Murphy's comments this way.
They'll blame guns for everything that's out there.
Don't blame the guns for everything out there. I'm in agreement with him.
Sick and tired of it.
You really tired?
We have to act. And don't tell me we can't have an impact on this carnage.
All that he said nothing. Again, a lot of people, they just listen to people talk. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. And I do get the reason that a lot of people, they don't want to vote for certain things because people, companies and lobbyists is lining their pockets. I get it. I come before you. Remember I had done said that right there? I am the most important person on the planet. I come before you. So if you shoot me the bag, you go around and shoot me a $500,000 bag and I'm a politician, bitch. Boy, I'm riding with y'all till the day I die here in the goddamn street. And you got to continue to give me that type of money? That's what's up. Hell, maybe we got to find some other bills to change. But this one here ain't getting changed. I'm going to fight this bitch tooth and nail out here in the goddamn street. So y'all can see I fought and damn it, I stood in the paint. Bitch, I need that paper out here. Or do I lack morals? Do I lack morals, or I'm just being honest? Some people will say, hell, if I come across a $10 million bus, I'm going to turn it in. The whole thing? Yes, I have morals. You ain't got morals. You a damn fool. But you finna go on back to your goddamn job and complaining how you need a raise though, huh? You found 10 million though, playboy. You need your ass whooped 7 days a week, every week. About your morals. Your morals need to change. Your morals really need to change out here. Say, I have morals, but I need money. I'm trying to tell you something. But people tell you, money is not everything. Yeah. A 10 million equals $1 million bus. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm the best law enforcement officer on the planet out here in the goddamn street. I may be the smartest, bitch. If 10 million just done turn to a 1 million. What y'all think what am I supposed to do? And even if I get caught and I get in front of the judge, I'm gonna speak for my goddamn self and say, Your Honor, what am I supposed to do? You gonna say that shit about ethics and all that shit? It's 10 million. Man, we get 47,000 a year. We'll never hit $1 million. It was it's dope money, and y'all gonna lock me up? Yeah, this shit came out the block, and I get the dope man make more than me, and you mad that I'm taking the dope man money? Hell, well, listen, Your Honor, we can split it through the force. We can all get like 600,000-700,000 or some shit like that right there. I just wasn't gonna leave with my regular pay. What are we talking about? Say my morals turned in 7 to 10 million. Say I keep 3 million. What? Shit. As long as that 10 million bus don't remain a 10 million bus. I'm trying to tell you something. Hold on.
Last year, the House passed 2 bills to expand background checks on gun purchases. Both failed in the evenly split 50-50 Senate, where Democrats needed support from at least 10 Republicans.
Do y'all understand how they present it to y'all? People who don't know political, what is that educational course that you can take? You can be a political what? What is the thing you can take in college? You can be a political major. Damn it, I can't think about it. But yeah, they talk to the masses this way because they do understand. Yeah. Political science major. Yeah. Because you don't have a degree, this is how they gonna talk to you out in the community to let you know that the Democrats tried. The Democrats tried.
And don't tell me we can't have
political science. Appreciate y'all.
Last year, the House passed 2 bills to expand background checks on gun purchases. Both failed in the evenly split 50-50 Senate, where Democrats needed support from at least 10 Republicans.
And they will just throw it out to you. The Democrats needed support, but your Republicans wouldn't support. But what they won't tell you was all in the bill. I would love to pull these bills up. I think that may be something that we may have to do. Damn it, we got to start taking these House bills and stuff and see what's all. But it take too long because like them bills be like 700 pages. Why in the fuck we gotta waste all this goddamn paper for you to say I want this, I want that, I want this? What is we doing? Say preach, Willie. Say spend the drug money where it was made. I'm trying to tell you. I don't say. Do y'all know how much security we can have for schools in each district? Yeah, why is these like executive orders and all that fly shit right there? 500 pages, 1,000 pages. No wonder they hire people to read this shit. Give me the key points. I don't have time to be reading no goddamn novels. Hell is going on? I got stuff to do. Say morals. Say y'all better look up Louisville Police Department. They ain't bullshitting out here in these streets, huh? I can believe that. Yeah. Give me the cliff notes. Look, I'm finna read. Listen. Okay, you can't sell that monkey 1,000 feet from the school. All right. You can't sling that product 1,000 feet from a school. All right. Damn. What else? Well, just those two. 9,000 pages. We had to write 9,000 pages on those two things that we want to change. What is we doing? Say executive order, 1 page, no guns. Nah. See, that's a good thing about having the checks and balances, because if they take the guns away, you're talking about taking my guns away, and we ain't going. Listen. But what I think the executive order can do is say, what I think that it can do. I'm not sure. Somebody educate me. Executive order need to be presented as: you cannot buy a firearm in this country without a background check. And in this country, that's all states. We ain't got to argue this shit. That's all states. But then you got to think to yourself, why would anybody fight having background checks in all states? I don't know. Again, maybe it's against the constitutional thing. I don't know. I got to look more into it. I'm just saying, I don't see what the problem. But a lot of people will say that it is against the Constitution, just for the simple fact of my criminal history should not prevent me from being able to protect myself with a firearm. I don't know. Say take guns, learn Chinese. Why do we think they have never invaded the U.S.? Smart. So they picked Texas for a reason. Texas don't fuck off. And you got open carry in Texas. Do they have? Yeah. Texas, Georgia, I think, in Tennessee now, or some shit like that. But listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all for rocking with a player. We done made it down to the end of the midday news, man. I didn't even want to do it, but I said, shit, it's in the news. I got to do it. What the hell going on? We is the media around here at the Willie Williams Show. In case you're new around here, subscribe. Tell somebody about the player. Watch your children, or just be a good parent and just send their ass off to school. Shout out to all the parents who don't even see their children before they go to school. So we really don't know what the kids have on before they went to school. You know what I'm saying? So if we in this situation, we would just be guessing, oh shit, I think he had on a white tee and some biker shorts or something like that. It'd be like your son had on biker shorts. Oh, no. Black spandex pants, cause he be jogging and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. Like the exercise pants, stuff like that. Okay. And then when they find him, he had on a school uniform. Fuck, what? Really? He wore a school uniform today? But I thought you knew what your child wore to school today. I do. I did. He must change clothes when he got to school. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I appreciate y'all for rocking with the player. Please remember to do what I had done said in the beginning. Subscribe. Help play out, man. Even if they change the law, it's not going to change the people. The guns don't do the killing. It makes it easier to kill, but the guns don't do the killing. The weapon makes it easier to kill. The same way if I get in my car and let's say a whole bunch of people is at the park or at a festival or something, or downtown, and they're in the streets, and I get in my car and I just zoom, I drive over a whole bunch of people. My car made it easier for me to hurt or kill a lot of people. That don't mean that we should get rid of cars, and that don't mean that we should get rid of guns. Even if they change the law, it's not going to change the fact that people's mentality, we are so stressed out. It's more young folks stressed out, in my mind, due to the internet. Saying a lot of people that want to be single parents and continue to do you. I really ain't tripping. But there was a time to where there was 2 parents in the household. One parent worked, so there was always a parent at home when the children get home. There's always a parent at home when one parent worked. Nowadays, we have to work, and or we're choosing to work these careers, and both parties is working 40 hours plus. The kids is home alone. And even when we are around the kids, because we're doing overtime just to make ends meet in our career, the shit that we got a degree in, we still got to work a whole bunch of overtime due to inflation also. But we don't really feel like dealing with the children because we're so tired. We can't even rest enough to where we can enjoy being with the kids. And if we are with the kids, and if we take the kids somewhere, we're super tired, we're sleepy, we're on our phones, we read emails and all that shit, because you're thinking about the following week. Depends on the job that you have. You're thinking about the following week and what's to come. So you really never get a chance to focus on your child. So then your child, family, and or new parents is on their phone. Their friends is on their phone. Their education is coming from the phone. The arguments that they may have, that they may have in their own lives, and the things that they're going through, they don't even come to you to speak. They go to their phone. Google is the new parent. Google is the new best friend. Google is the new teacher. Google is the therapist. Google, or whichever platform that you use, let's just call it the whole entire internet, is the new informational source. We don't have time. Say people are so unhappy. Why? Because we don't have time with people. We are so many, especially the youth, is socially awkward. My bad. The young boys don't even know how to holler at the chicks or have a conversation with females. They know how to do it on the phone with texting. They don't know how to be in a face-to-face. And a lot of people thought that was cute in the beginning. Oh man, I don't even have to be on the phone to talk. And the one thing that did to your mental and your psyche is it destroyed your lack of being able to listen to something and see a person's behavior to see if they even being honest about what they're saying, because the majority of people have not even learned the trait of being able to lie with your behavior. You learn to lie through the tongue. You have not learned how to lie through your behavior, your facial expressions. And that's one thing that is completely, well, I would say about 99% lost amongst, I would say, people under 25 and 30. I would say about under 25. The ones who really, really grew up with phones, social media, Snapchats and all this shit, texting. We lost the art of face-to-face. Socializing skills has been destroyed. You're absolutely correct. People don't know how to do it. And it has destroyed, the art of body language. Oh, I'm so glad I mastered body language a long time ago. It ain't easy. You can try to read it in the book and be like, oh my God, I know what body language is. No, it's like after you read it, then you got to go on-the-job training, and on-the-job training is being out and about and communicating with people face to face. And if we're not going to do that, our communication skills will continue to fail. A lot of times we do not even know how to express ourselves. We don't even know how to explain what our problem is. And y'all have diplomas. Y'all have degrees. Say, yeah, you got to study human behavior. You know, most people have never even said human behavior out of their own mouth or body language. People don't even think about it. I'm just saying, a lack of social skills has brought down young folks. I don't know how y'all gonna make it the next 40, 50 years. Oh, but I do. There will be people who've thought it all the way through and will run the masses like they've always done. Listen, I appreciate y'all for rocking. We're at the end of the school year. If you want to keep your children home, please keep your children home. You never know when it's going to pop off. And it don't make you safe because you keep your children home for the rest of this school year. Because remember, if you send them to school, then they're going to go to school next year and the year after that and the year after that. It can happen at any given time. So just because it's the end of the school, don't mean it's not a chance for your child to get knocked off next school year. So we got to stay what they call vigilant out here in the community. Keep talking to your children. Check your children rooms. Check your children credit cards and the debit cards that y'all giving them now. Find out who they talking to. But then again, that will make us bad parents because you shouldn't be invading your children's space. Your child's need privacy. That's what's up. Outsiders told parents, I want y'all to understand, outsiders told parents that you need to give your child space so they can trust you. And a lot of folks went with giving children more space. Oh, they can close their doors and lock the doors. Motherfucker, what? Why? Why is the door even closed? What is we doing? Who you talking to? Let me see that phone. You shouldn't go on your child's phone. You should ask them. Really? I bet a whole bunch of people ask the questions about all of the school shooters. Well, did the parents go through their drawers and go through their phones to see what's going on? And the answer would be no. So that shit that y'all be talking about don't work. Let's try something different. I'm just saying. Listen, y'all got to go on and get on up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with the player. I'm going to see y'all tonight at 8 o'clock. Y'all have a good one. I enjoyed y'all. Please, please, please subscribe. I need y'all back. Oh. And now I'm able to upload to the number 3 channel. Willie Williams Show 3 channel. We back up. I got to put these videos over there and stuff like that right there so it can boom out here in the goddamn screen. He say, always check your children's room. I'm trying to tell you something. Look in the closet. Look in the bathroom. Look in the cover. Look in their drawers. Look up under the bed. Look everywhere in your house. Appreciate y'all for rocking. I'm out of here. I'm gone.